Today, I'm going to show you how to make this PUBG thumbnail using your Android phone and totally free apps. And I've brought in one of the best graphic designers that I personally know to show you how to do it. His name is Grabster, and I'm going to put a link to his channel in the description down below and in the pinned comment. Be sure to check his channel out when this video's over. Grabster, take it away.
Hey everyone, D has already introduced me, so I guess we can just jump right into it. So here is a preview of the finished design that we will have at the end of this tutorial. It is very simple to make despite it looking very complicated. We will be making it with 3 different apps. Now don't let that intimidate you because all 3 apps are free on the Play Store and are easy to use. We will be switching between the 3 apps only once for a specific purpose, and it doesn't include Photoshop touches, so I guess that's a plus. The first step we'll be using is image editor for the initial layout design, like adding in our character and background, etc. Second app we'll be using is Pixel Labs for our text design, and the last one is Snapseed for color grading. In the description there will be a link to a Google Drive folder. I have compiled a bunch of PUBG assets that you can use for your videos. Most of them were compiled by the generous YouTuber called Zortek, so shout out to him for the hard work. I just added a few of my own and edited them so you can import and use them easily. To use one for your thumbnail, open the image, then tap the download button at the top. Alright, let's open up Image Editor and kick things off by creating an empty canvas. Swipe right to open the sidebar. Then tap the Create New icon next to Just Draw. Type 1920 for width and 1080 for height. This is the recommended resolution for YouTube thumbnails. Select black as background color, then tap New. Next we are going to import our background image. Tap the plus icon up top, select image, then paste from file. In your document explorer, select your background image. For this tutorial, we'll be using this image of Erangel. Wait, let me fact check this because I forgot, or else the PUBG people will come after me. Okay, it is Erangel. Cool, I'm safe. Because image editor is layer based, if you tap outwards in the black area, you will be applying effects to the whole project, instead of an individual layer. If you tap the image to select it, any effects you now apply will only affect the selected layer. Cool, we will now decrease its opacity by tapping the 3 dots again and going into layer properties. Tap the middle drop icon and decrease the opacity to 70%. You don't have to by any means copy exactly what I'm doing. I'm just showing you how to use these tools. You can be creative on your own and use different characters, background and overlays. Speaking of overlays, let's now import an overlay. Same process as before for importing image. I'm going to use this overlay of these ambers. These are also in the Google Drive link along with a ton more. With the background layer selected, tap the crop icon and select resize. Zoom out and scale up the background image a tight bit. Tap the flip horizontal icon to flip it. Since our character will be on the right side, it makes more sense to let the ambers fly from the right side. Save changes by tapping the tick icon, then go to layer properties. Tap blending options icon and select screen. This blending mode basically turns everything that is very dark invisible. We're now going to add a dark background on the right side so our text is separated from the background when we add it. Tap the plus icon again and select shapes. Make the rectangle fill the entire canvas. Change its color to black. Tap RGB, then tap color again so we can decrease its opacity. I don't know why it doesn't show the opacity slider by default. Could be a bug. Decrease the opacity just a tiny bit and then save changes. Tap the adjust icon and go to opacity tab. Select fade, tap fade right to open its settings. Tap the left arrow to open up the slider. With this slider you can move the fade around. 15% is where I like to keep it. Gives enough space for our character and text. One more thing before we add our character. Tap the 3 dots, go to order and select send backwards. Alright, it's now time we add in our character. Same process again as we did 2 times before for importing image. After you have imported it, increase its size as well. I recommend moving it slightly down so nothing from the top of the character is getting out of frame. Let's save changes and export this image by tapping the disk icon, selecting save and saving it as a PNG to our gallery. Let's now head over to Pixel Labs and add our text. But before we do, we need fonts. Bold fonts. These are the fonts we'll be using. Headliner and Against. D will link these 2 fonts in the description for you to download. While you're on it, also download the PUBG mobile logo from the Google Drive link. We'll be using it later as well. Using a file manager like ES File Explorer, export the font file inside the zip to fonts folder in your internal storage. The fonts should now be available in Pixel Labs. Let's now import our image. In Pixel Labs, tap the 3 dots up top, tap Use Image from Gallery and select the image we exported from Image Editor. Go back to the 3 dots menu and tap Image Size. As you can see, we are not working on the preferred image size. So change it to 1920 by 1080, then tap OK. Add the first string of text by tapping the plus icon in the top left corner and selecting text. Double tap to edit text, and let's type in squad wipe. You know, I had a thought once. Is it possible to kill all 100 players in PUBG? It has to be possible somehow, right? Let me know in the comments below if you think it's possible or not. I'll be looking in there after this video goes live. Anyway, let's go into the Properties tab and open up Fonts. The fonts we downloaded and moved will be in My Fonts tab. Select Headliner from here and tap OK. Increase size of this text quite a lot because, as you know, thumbnails are very small, so the larger your text, the easier it will be to notice and read. Let's head over to Color. Tap Gradient, then select the vertical black and white gradient from the list. Tap the plus icon, then tap the middle arrow icon to flip the gradients. Tap the right stop button, then tap the fill color icon and move the middle slider to the center to get this gray or silver color. Let's save these changes and open up Inner Shadow and enable it. Select the white color from the list, make the blur radius 5 and then save changes. Lastly, we're going to add a little bit of drop shadow. Decrease the drop shadow opacity to 50% and move the Y offset to about 15. Once you've done that, save changes. Same process goes for the second bit of text. We will place it below our first string of text and slightly rotate it. For this text, change the font to Against in Font Properties. Go to Color and go to Gradient Properties, because this time we will choose a different color. Tap the right color stop and go to its settings. Then tap the pencil icon and type in FF6868. Then tap OK. For the left color stop, type in E02E1A. Then save all changes. Add inner shadow just like we did before, but this time with less blur. Same thing goes for shadow as well. Less blur and less Y offset. Finally, tap the plus icon and from your gallery select your PUBG Mobile logo that you downloaded earlier. We will place it right above our text with a little bit of distance. Alright, let's export this to our gallery in PNG format and 1920 by 1080 custom resolution. Now instead of tapping Save to Gallery, tap Share and select Snapseed. Once your image opens up in Snapseed, tap the Edit Stack icon up at the top, tap QR Look and then select Scan QR Look. On your screen, you will now see 4 QR looks that you can scan and use. I spent a lot of time putting these together just for this purpose. You can of course use these on other photos as well. Once you have applied your look, you can export this and upload it as your thumbnail. And there you have it. You now have a super cool PUBG thumbnail that you can put on your videos. Not only that, you now have a skill to make even better thumbnails for your future videos.
If you want to see more videos like this from Grabster, go ahead and watch this video of his and also tap on his logo right here. That'll take you over to his channel. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video.